Are you thinking about moving to Union Beach, New Jersey? Well, this quiet bayshore town might be one of Monmouth County's best kept secrets. With waterfront views, affordable homes, and a surprisingly convenient commute into New York City, this place will go under the radar, but not for too long. In today's video, I'm going to break down everything that you need to know from the town's layout and location, the schools, real estate prices, and much, much more. This way, after the video is over, you should have a great understanding if you want to move here or not. Before we get started though, if it is your first time to the channel, my name is Steve McCutcheon, and I'm a realtor at Berkshire Hathaway. And on the Live in Central New Jersey channel, we cover everything related to the Central Jersey real estate market. So if you're the first one to know what's going on in either Monmouth or Ocean County real estate, feel free to click the bell, hit the subscribe button. Let's get this video started. To start us off with the location, Union Beach is going to be a small waterfront town located in the northern section of Monmouth County. It's going to border a couple other municipalities like Keyport, Keansburg, and Hazlet, which we've actually covered here on the channel, so feel free to check them out. And Union Beach is going to sit just under about 2 square miles in total landmass. Now, it does have a quiet residential feel to it, but because it is nested along the water, many of the homes will have a direct or partial bay views, which is nice, but don't forget that will increase the price. We'll get to that kind of later. And the main road that runs along Union Beach in general is going to be Route 36, and that's going to be near the southern border, and that runs north to south. It will also bring you direct access to Route 35 and the Garden State Parkway. Route 35 and 36 will go north to south and are going to be non-toll, whereas the Garden State Parkway will be one of the 2 major highways that we have here in New Jersey. That will be a toll road. It also runs north to south. It actually will go from the southernmost point in Cape May in New Jersey all the way up into New York City, which for commuting purposes, we'll get to that just now. So if you're commuting to New York City or just other job hubs that are going to be in the northern New Jersey area, Union Beach has some solid options for you. First off, just driving yourself going to be the most obvious and convenient, but I would say if you're getting into New York City, on average, anywhere between about an hour to an hour and 45 minutes will probably be your sweet spot. This is also taking into account just your typical rush hour traffic, bad weather, accidents, and that kind of thing. If there's no cars on the road, easily can get there in an hour flat pretty much. Now, one thing to note when driving yourself is their congestion toll taxes are still in place. So at the beginning of 2025, New York City handed down New Jersey and other commuters a congestion toll tax, meaning during peak hours of pretty much work, which everyone's going to be going into the city for. They're going to hand down major taxes. So I forget the exact number is, but maybe let's say like $9 just to get into New York City, on top of all the other taxes or tolls that you're going to hit driving up north on like the Garden State Parkway, New Jersey Turnpike anyway. So from getting into Union Beach into New York City round trip, you're probably looking anywhere about like $25 to $35 every day. Moving on to public transportation, the 3 main ways will be the train, bus, or the ferry. Working with the train first, that'll be about a 10-minute drive away to the Hazlet train station, and from there, probably about an hour and 10 to an hour and 15-minute ride into Penn Station. So a relatively pretty simple commute there. The next one will be taking the bus. An Academy bus will be your best option, and you have 2 different routes you can take. One going into Port Authority, which is right next to Penn Station, and the other one going into the Wall Street District, which is more in the southern part of Manhattan. So either way you look at it, I would say about an hour and 15 to an hour and 20 minutes, probably, again, depending on which location and just traffic for that day. So again, relatively pretty painless. There's going to be bus stops on Route 36, which connects into Union Beach too. The last one will be taking the ferry, and it's going to be about a 15-minute drive east over to Belford. That'll be the nearest port, and then a 45-minute ride up into that Manhattan section. There are multiple stops along the way though, so depending on which part of New York City you have to get to, you should have different options available to you. So either way, realistically, I would say no matter which route, I guess, or which option you take, driving yourself or the 3 main public transportations, you're sitting in between about that hour and 15 to maybe like hour and a half. So really it kind of all depends, I guess, what you rather do or what's cheaper. I mean, I wouldn't blame anyone during the summertime if they want to go take the ferry in, enjoy the views, the nice weather. So again, it really all depends. The third thing to know will be the school system education, and Union Beach is going to be served by the Union Beach School District, but that will only be for grades pre-K through 8th. So it's by a singular school, Union Beach Memorial School, and this is rated a C+ according to niche.com, houses about 650 students, and has 11 to 1 student-teacher ratio. When your child will then move on to high school, they'll attend Keyport High School through a sending and receiving relationship they have. And Keyport High School is going to be rated a B-, houses roughly 375 students, and have an 11 to 1 student-teacher ratio as well. So the student population definitely is small, giving it more of a tight-knit feel, but if schools are a major factor for you, it might be worth looking to other nearby districts in Monmouth County that might have a better rating. Being that they are a smaller district, they're going to have a little bit less funding. And just in general, Monmouth County has some really top-notch schools in there. A neighboring town in Homedale, which will be a more expensive home without a doubt, but they're going to be rated the best public school in the entire county, rated an A. So, and again, multiple different districts, at least on niche.com, I'm sure on greatschools.org too, are going to be rated in that A to A- range too as well. Moving on to my favorite, and that's the real estate options. For adult communities, we only got one in Union Beach, and that's going to be Ellison Estates. It's, again, a 55 plus, but it's very tiny, basically a single street in a cul-de-sac, so nothing huge by any means, and very limited sales data. Luckily enough, though, the last one that closed was in May of 2025, and that went for $450,000. Typical model over there, 2-bed, 2 full baths, nothing really too crazy. Next up will be the condos and townhomes, and again, similar to the adult communities, there are going to be limited options, but a few developments exist, mostly along the waterfront or near the town center pretty much. I would say the common model for that would be your 2 to 3 story townhomes, 1,700 to 2,100 square feet, and again, waterfront views. Not a lot of sales data to go off of in the past, again, similar to the townhomes for the past 2 years at least, but the last sale was in the Vista Shores complex for $650,000, but that was back in December of 2024. And then last but not least, you're going to have the single family homes. Now, the styles here are going to vary pretty heavily from Cape Cods to ranches, beach bungalows, and then a lot of new construction, especially a lot of new construction post Hurricane Sandy, which did quite a bit of number on the town. So new FEMA elevation standards are definitely in place for any homes that are being built currently after that time frame. The majority of the sales, I would say, will be around $400,000 to $550,000 for single-family homes in Union Beach, which is nice and affordable for your first-time buyer because the average one in Monmouth County is usually around $685,000 right now, and that's counting even like the low and adult communities and everything else. I would probably put the single-family homes even higher than that. Now, not to say, obviously, with having waterfront views, that's Union Beach can get pretty expensive. The highest sale over the last 12 months was $1.3 million. So again, if you have a larger home on the water and you're overlooking it, yeah, you're going to be paying a lot more for that. But if you want that quiet, more residential feel, you can find stuff relatively pretty cheap compared to the rest of Monmouth County in that, $500,000, $550,000 range. Heading into the shopping and dining options, I would say for Union Beach being a smaller town like it is, you will have your typical like mini marts and everything like that. But if you go a little bit further outside the town onto Route 36 or even Route 35 in that Hazlet area, it'll be a lot more availability for you in terms of just different food stores like ShopRite, Aldi, Costco is a big one for a lot of people, right? It's the best place to go. If you head down into Middletown, you're going to have Target, Marshalls, Home Goods, and plenty of other ones. Those big box retailers across Route 35, maybe 10 to 15 minutes away, so you're in an excellent location there. And similar to the shopping options, there's not a whole lot of dining availability to you in Union Beach. Jacob Bob's over by the water will probably be your best option. Great for the warmer summer months, just being able to eat outdoors. UB Kitchen is going to be good for your casual eats. But if you go to neighbor town in Keyport, that'll probably be one of your best locations. You're going to have the downtown area there with McDonough's Pub, 3BR Distillery. You have Keyport Fishery, so a couple different places you can go over there. But the best spot, at least in this proximity to Union Beach, will be in Red Bank. You eat a new restaurant every single week. Char Steakhouse is excellent. Definitely going to be a little bit pricey. The Dublin House for your great comfort meals. Irish Pub. So heading over to Red Bank will probably be your best bet in terms of just getting a really, really good meal. In terms of things to do and just entertainment options, Union Beach has a laid-back coastal vibe, but with plenty of outdoor appeal to it as well. So Union Beach Waterfront Park features a walking path, bayfront views, spots to go fish or even launch a kayak. You're going to have the Henry Hudson Trail, not far away, great for walking and biking. And 20 minutes from Union Beach will be PNC Bank Arts Center located in Homedale, which is awesome for different concerts. And you have Homedale Park too if you were to want to stay outdoors. Beaches will be available in Keansburg, Sandy Hook, and Seabright. Those will be the nearest ones in proximity to Union Beach, but pretty much anywhere across the Jersey Shore will be fine. And you have obviously New York City, which you mentioned, about 90 minutes away, and plenty of different weekend activities and adventures over there. But again, in my opinion, you could probably get a similar vibe over in that Red Bank area, which I'd rather hang out at, probably a little bit cleaner than New York too. One thing to mention about Union Beach being on the water, it was significantly impacted by Superstorm Sandy back in the day. I think we kind of already mentioned that a little bit, but many homes were either damaged and had to be rebuilt or raised and meet the new FEMA elevation standards. So because of this, more times than not, you will need flood insurance on a home over in Union Beach, and that's going to be a separate policy from your typical homeowner's insurance. So I just wanted to kind of make you guys aware that if you are living there, this might be an added cost added on to just your typical monthly mortgage in general. So again, separate policy, and not everyone's going to carry that. One thing I would look into, and I've had some success of it recently, is seeing if the current owner's policy is going to be transferable over to the new buyer. So I would definitely look into that because you're more likely not going to save quite a few bucks doing it this way rather than getting a brand new policy made up. To wrap a few things up, overall, Union Beach is actively revitalizing. New homes have been built along the waterfront and throughout town. The community has a more residential and family-focused vibe than some of its more maybe commercial neighbors, I would say. So it's definitely more of a small town feel than some other townships here throughout Monmouth County. So the low prices and the prime location, I would say, make for a great value play in the future, looking for that appreciation in Monmouth County. So being one of the last affordable towns, you might be able to get in for a little bit cheaper and also watch it just skyrocket if it, people start finding out about it too much too. So I would say If anything, if you're looking to move to the Union Beach area, feel free to reach out. All my contact information is down low in the comments in the description. So whether you're 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, even a year out, doesn't matter to me. Let's just get you on the right path towards your real estate goals. And if you're looking to move to a different part of the Central Jersey area, check out 2 videos popping up and hopefully help out a bit too. Have a great day.